Hello everyone, I'm Yura.
I am Nefni Gia.
Yeah, we're new up-and-coming Fire Emblem YouTube channels, content creators.
You may know me as the guy who has died 5 times already in like 2 Half Radiant Iron Man streams.
He's played Fire Emblem 6 way more than me, since I only played this game like last year.
Yeah, I've played this game like 10 times probably.
Oh, no, hold on. 10 times?
Well, okay, like half of those 10 times died before Chapter 7, but I've beaten Iron Man as this game like twice.
Yeah.
I've beaten the game like probably like 2 more times.
Yeah, like, I'm pretty sure you got to the final chapter, or it wasn't the final chapter, but the Zephyr chapter, and then you lost Percival because of Durandal.
Yep, and it took away my true ending. It was a very sad moment.
Well,
Which is why Percival's a D tier unit, by the way.
So, if you're wondering, I'm going to be doing a series, an Iron Man series, recorded. I will not taint, I promise.
Don't worry, I'll catch him out if he taints.
I will prove that I'm not tainting with, I guess, I don't know. You'll see, because I'm not that good at Fire Emblem. If I die, I will reset, meaning episode 1 will happen all over again in the same playlist. So it could just be episode 1, episode 1, episode 1, all over.
That requires you to be really bad. Don't worry, I'm here. I'm the best FE6 player.
So yeah, I have a run of FE6, like, it's chapter 15-ish. It's still going, but like, I might as well restart, because like, I've not played it in a while, so I gotta get back into the FE6 groove.
Yeah.
This tier list is gonna be before Iron Man tier list. Of course, Mr. Nefni Gyat.
I have opinions on some of the units in this game.
Because
some
you've
of
already
which
done an Iron Man.
Strange. But you'll see them.
I just want to make it clear, I personally have not used every unit in this game. Because...
Yeah, like, I've used like the majority of them. Like, I think the only units I genuinely haven't used properly are like, I don't know, like fucking Raigh maybe, and like a few.
Yeah,
others.
but I've used
Dorothy.
Raigh.
Yeah.
Oh wait, actually, that's gonna be another thing because of translation. We might call these characters something else. So.
Yeah, but like you'll get what we're saying.
I can't wait to call Shanna funny.
That's fine.
So, we're going to be ranking these characters in terms of... We're just going to do unit performance because, I mean, how I rate a character is going to be completely different to how they actually are as, like, a character. Like, for example, like, I think one of the best characters, story-wise, is Corel. But, gameplay-wise, I mean...
Well, he's odd.
I mean, unless it's like a reverse recruitment.
I mean, reverse recruitment, he's awful or amazing, so...
But yeah, so... Going from tiers, so D is like a tier where it's like, this unit is like horrible. You might use them for like a chapter, the recruitment chapter, but besides from that, they're probably getting benched. C is like, probably like, you can use them.
Other units will go.
Yeah, C is like, they can be alright, they can be good, but you need like loads of investment. Like, it's not that worth it, but you can use it. Like,
it's it's like probably like, I describe it as like the Wade tier, maybe. He feels like a C tier unit because he has free deployment to where he's useful enough.
True.
Like more so than a later unit like
Corel.
I don't know even.
No, like even Corel still. I don't know. Well, I mean I wouldn't. Wade's a little bit. I don't know. We'll get to Wade.
Like more useful than Gwendolyn.
Okay. But bro, the Armor Knight triangle attack, bro.
I mean, I've beaten this game as an Iron Man with the use of armor triangles, so I know how the armor units work very well.
very well. So
got a lot of experience.
So B tier is going to be units which can maybe in an Iron Man surprise you, but overall, if you got better units, you probably will use them. So this tier is like looking at like maybe the. I don't want to be too mean, like, but
I describe this as like. Ogier, maybe. He feels like a B tier unit to me, since he's definitely not
Ogier. Or maybe, Garret. Garret seems like a solid B tier.
Yeah.
Like, he's usable, but, like... Oh, we'll see. And then, A tier is, like, when you're starting to get to, like, the pretty good units. Like, these units are, like, you'll probably like to use, like, maybe if one of your main squads die, you'll probably use them.
You'd probably pick them up, like Noah, maybe.
Your life is nothing. You serve zero purpose.
Or maybe their deployment's maybe not that good, but they're a really good unit, like Yoder. And then we have S tier. So S tier is gonna be like very good combat unit. You'll probably have them if you invest. Like if you invested them, you'll probably have them like in your
These
team
will be like
the entire
your mainstays.
Yeah,
Or they're just good pre-promotes, like, but
Yeah.
there's not that many of them, so.
And then Lelouch tier will be.
It's just like
So-
probably like the top 4-ish units.
I think it might be a little bit more because of utility units, but Lelouch will be a specialty of my channel. Since I'm a massive Code Geass fan, since it's my number 2 favorite anime, and Lelouch is my number 2 favorite character. But yeah, so Lelouch is like kind of just in a tier of its own. It's like this unit's too good not to use, or they impact like
Or they're just awesome.
yeah, they impact the game so much where they're like, damn, if you're not using them, I mean, there's
They're,
a
like,
very
playing at
specific.
disadvantage.
Yeah.
There's a couple of units I can think of who fit there.
Yeah, I definitely think in an Iron Man setting, it can be a little bit scary to use some of these characters that are going in the list here, but they're definitely really good. Also, if you're watching this video, you're probably a Fire Emblem fan, so you already know this, but don't worry. So starting off with Raigh, the main lord of the game. So
He's
Raigh.
like, he's not D tier. He's not D tier.
He's not
better than D. He has utility in the first few maps and the Western Isles and the end of the game.
Bro, I've never seen
He's
that, bro.
good.
I think
I
he's
like
like
him
low
actually.
C, if anything. No, he's like, actually, it
Look,
depends.
Raigh has great access to early supports, can give damage to like other units through that. Like Wolt, Alen Lance has a fire support, which is good because it raises damage. I mean, like his combat, he has a rapier which can deal with chapter 4 enemies and chapter 3 cavaliers as well. Like, and it also helps in the chapter 6 because there's armor knights there. Like, he's great. He's amazing.
But
He's
bro,
awesome.
his availability, it's amazing. He can be deployed
His
in every
availability-
chapter.
He's also the most available unit in the game,
yeah. Right, he's also.
along with every other unit who joins in chapter 1.
Did you know he's the only person to use that's able to use the binding blade?
He can use the Binding Blade as well, which gives him +5 to his defense and res, and has 1/2 range, unlike other sword users. He's crazy good. He's like
Yes.
S2.
I think I know the issue with Raigh. I think he has a very, I wouldn't say bad early game, but like an okay early game if you give him levels, and then I think once he starts getting into like the Western Isles, like you said, he's a little bit more usable. Like I think he starts to become like a good unit, but then he caps, and then the enemies just get stronger, and then he might not get the correct like defense levels or speed levels. Like he might start getting doubled by these future like Pegasus Knights or whatever.
Yeah, it's like
And
if I had to compare Raigh to a unit, like Ike is what I'd call like Roy if you fixed him
Yeah,
as a unit.
If Raigh
Because
promoted earlier, I definitely think
If
Raigh
he
would be
promoted
amazing.
earlier,
Well, it wouldn't be amazing.
had an
but-
infinite use Binding Blade, and had like slightly better bases, he'd be good.
Yeah, but I
He
mean, we all
does-
know what happened to the project that fixed him, and then
Project Midbur, Project Ass.
which I've not played, so that's fun. But yeah, I mean, there's not much else we can say about Raigh. I think the only reason why he's not D tier is because you kind of need to use him. It's like if you just go through, I mean, you can go through the entire game just rescuing and dropping Raigh, but like, it's
But I mean,
Yeah.
you can use him enough to where like, especially when you give him the Angelic Robe, he often has enough durability to tank a couple hits in the early game and not die, which is actually really nice. And he's a very good Angelic Robe user in an Iron Man. Him and Lugh, I'd say.
But I think the main issue with Raigh is that in an Iron Man setting, he will probably be your main loss. Like,
I mean, investment on Roy is not a bad idea in an Iron Man.
yeah, I mean, getting him to level 20 is very nice, but then it's sort of like, I don't know, it doesn't really matter late game until he promotes. Like, I still think he should have promoted in the, they should have gave you the Gaiden chapter after the Wyvern map.
Also helps the promotion and the Binding Blade are really good. I got an extremely stat screwed Roy in one of my Iron Mans, and he still put in work in the final chapter.
Yeah, I think
Or
if,
in
as
the
long as you get
second.
speed, you're probably going to be fine against that field.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway.
Enough about Roy though. I mean,
We're
we
going
talked
to-
about it for a while.
One of the best units in the game. When I was a newbie to Fire Emblem, I thought Jagans and Oifes and Seths and
So
Titanias.
anyway,
were ass.
Wolt is S tier.
So that's why
yeah,
Marcus is D tier now. But,
Marcus sucks. Marcus sucks.
we're carrying
No,
a new
Marcus-
tier now.
Marcus is the goat. He's the legend.
Yeah,
He just carries you throughout like everything until like the end of Western Isles. He's so good.
yeah. Playing this game in hard mode really puts into perspective how good Marcus is as a unit.
Because in normal mode, you really don't need him. Like you can just go by without him, and then he'll get
It's
a
better
class
not to
quickly,
use
and
him,
you'll be like, I don't need him. But in hard mode, the amount he does, he's just crazy. He's the goat. He's
For real.
just the goat.
And also, he has amazing support. He's got, was it Ice Affinity?
He's got ice affinity, granting defense.
Not only does he support Roy, Wolt, Lance, and Alen, I don't know who else he supports, but those are the main ones. And like, if you get like an Lance and Alen A support,
Like if you get
and like a
Lance
B
and
support
Alan
on
A support with like B support with Marcus, you have a great like
early
carved
game.
triangle.
Yeah, you have a
which can
great
just
early game, and
destroy the early game.
it allows you to
So
use
good.
Marcus up until like quite a long way, to be honest, if you want to.
I mean,
I think
because
Zealot.
he's a paladin, you can use him for a lot of just side tasks and stuff, even in the late game when
Yeah.
he falls off. Like he's just perfect.
I mean, of course you get Zealot later on, but of course in an Iron Man true ending setting, I forgot to mention this will be a true ending Iron Man, hopefully. Zealot is kind of scary to use because you might get locked out of the true
Yeah, you might get locked out of Juno, which will lock you out of their version of 21X or something. Yeah, it locks you out of that if you lose Juno and to Zealot, so you really want to make sure he lives. And Marcus isn't required, which makes him more expendable in that sense.
I really think that chapters like Chapter 7.
Chapter 7,
Chapter
incredibly
7.
useful. You train up his axe rank just a little bit, use that hammer.
Yeah, and by that point you'll probably have a B support or even an A support if you want to do that. You can get a B support with either
It's one of
Lance
the
or
most
Alan.
reliable ways to actually recruit Zealot, having that hammer thing. Otherwise, it's very RNG.
And also, the good thing about Marcus is if he gets a point of speed,
If you
he
get a
can
couple
be
points of
set.
speed, you can use him for a while. Like, he's a pretty crazy unit. He's amazing.
Yeah,
Not much else to say there.
He's definitely changed my perspective on Jagans.
One of my favorite Jagans, definitely.
Next up
we
is
have
Wolt.
Wolt, who is, I mean, out of him and Dorothy, he's better just because he's more available. But like, if you grind him on the first boss, he can do something. There's not much to say about him. He's chip damage in the early game, which is useful. It's useful enough to be like next to Roy, I'd say, like slightly below. And if you get lucky, he can become really good.
So, although it's cheese, Wolt is actually probably one of the better. I think he's better than Dorothy because you can train him on the bosses. I know he might not do damage, but
It's
if
especially
you,
useful to do so for
Yeah.
Chapter 7 with the Wyverns. If he can deal decent damage accurately, he's
Yeah.
invaluable.
yeah, so true. I think with Wolt, if you get strength, right, you can train him on the bosses and maybe some of the enemies. Chip damage is nice in Binding Blade, and I also think another good thing about him is that he's Ice Affinity as well. So same as Marcus.
Ice Affinity as well. He can, if you want to do it, you can pair him up with Marcus, give
Or
them
Roy.
just a crap kind of avoid, or yeah, with Roy as well, because it gives him more damage, so he can actually deal a bit more damage to bosses and Wyverns in Chapter 7, which is his main use. He's actually got pretty decent growth. His bases might suck, but if you get lucky on those growths a couple times, he'll start doubling things.
Yeah. See, I've never
Like,
had
start
a.
doubling like mages and shit and soldiers, but everyone doubles soldiers. But
Yeah, I see. I've never had a good Wolt, but I know you
I have, and I threw it all away.
And you threw it away, but you also had boars, like an amazing boars in that run. So, all right. So what are we saying?
Boars
Above
is always-
Roy or below? I think below.
He's
probably.
below Roy. He's below Roy.
I don't
but
think he's D tier because
than D.
availability is like very nice.
Yeah.
He's very useful for like the first 7 chapter or like, well, yeah, first 7 because of the wyverns. But yeah, Alen and Lance, or Lance and Alen.
Excellent units.
Now which one's better?
I mean, I think it's Lance because
More
speed's
speed.
a more important stat than strength, and they're not that different. It's really just the better one's whoever gets better levels.
Literally,
Like,
like I
You
swear,
can make a case that Lance is slightly better, but it doesn't matter. For a lot of the game, you'll want to use both anyway, just because their support together is great.
Yeah.
And they're both two of your best early game units.
Well, here's the thing. So in my other Iron Man, my Alen was amazing, but then he died to a critical hit, and so Lance had to carry, right? So I trained up Noah, Treck, and Lance, and let me tell you, Lance was still far better than Noah and Treck in terms of levels. Like his growth, like although his levels were not as good as Alen, he still was my main cavalier. Alen and Lance are like, they're really good, and if you keep both of them alive and you get good levels on them, I think you
Like,
can
they're
pretty much
bread and
carry.
butter, they're made for each other, you know? Like,
Yeah, literally.
they're brilliant.
I think one of the
they
fatal
go,
flaws. Yeah.
Like, they probably go like S just because of who we have in the Lugh. Because outside of like Marcus and a few other characters, they're definitely in the top 10 to 15-ish.
Yeah, and I think they're very useful for Chapter 7. Like, if you get their support to like A or B at least, put them left.
Chapter 7, yeah, they can do things if you get good levels. I mean, because by that time they can have stats similar to Marcus if you get a little bit lucky.
Yeah.
And they'll really be able to take on
Well, also like
the sort of free tile choke point between the arena and the houses.
villages, yeah. So the only thing is, like, they might go down to A tier. They probably won't, to be honest, because they're really, really good. But we'll see how it goes. Next up, boars.
Boars. You're about to hear one of the wildest takes ever, but
We both agree
Boars is
because
S tier. Boris is one of the best units in this
S
game.
tier. I was
He's-
thinking
he
Lelouch.
might be- Actually, yeah, he's Lelouch tier.
He's Lelouch tier. Okay,
So
Boris gets a
If
bad
he-
rep.
Boris gets such a bad rep because he has no speed. He has no move. He
gets double
he
chapter
gets
1.
doubled in chapter 1.
And has no hit
Forget
rate.
about all that for a moment. Now, what you need to do, you need to give him levels on the soldiers in chapter 2 and 3. Let him fight the calves in chapter 3, and then it's a Boar sweep. He's incredible. All right, so his growth rates are about like 30% in everything and 40% speed, and his bases are pretty good. He has like 8 strength, 12 defense, which if he gets a couple of those, he's not gonna take much damage or any damage from the Cavaliers in chapter 3. Gonna take barely any damage from the Cavaliers in chapter 7. Cavaliers in chapter 4. I mean, everything in like chapter 6 aside from the mages.
And also
Like, he's
chapter
so good.
7.
And then he gets speed as well.
Yeah,
he's
I'll tell you.
incredible.
I'll tell you. I was a Boris hater until I saw Nefni Gyat's run. That's such a bad name. Oh my, Nefni.
You can just call me my name. I don't care.
Okay. Nefni Gyat, also known as Ethan.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Ethan's run, he trained up Boris for the meme, expecting him to be a bad unit. And can I tell you, it was the most cracked unit. He pretty much like swept through the entire game.
By the end of the game, he had 1,100 battles.
Yeah, and I feel like the main issue when it comes to these units is that low turn count. I definitely think Boris on a low turn count optimal run
Is obviously bad.
Yeah, because 4
But
moves.
in an Iron Man, you need to use all the tools you have, and Boris is one of the best.
Yeah, and I genuinely think he gets a bad rep. Of course, I don't like for the meme he's a loose tier, but I actually do think he's like minimum B. I think actually, I think minimum B, but I think he's the best armor knight. I've heard people say Barth is really good, but I don't know. Like Boris, like you said, if he gets a like 1 speed, he can not get doubled by can he double the lancers?
With like 1 or 2 speed, he doubles the soldiers.
doubles
and,
them,
like,
yeah.
Chapter 3 and 2, and then 6.
And can I tell you, even if Boris gets bad levels, like I'm not gonna lie, he kind of just
12
like
base
snowballs.
defense.
Like every time I've started an FE6 like run, be it like when I'm like out and about, right? Like I've always used Boris, attempted to use him, and he always just comes in and he's never bad. He's like never bad. Like I'm pretty sure the chapter 4 Cavaliers, like he can be a major asset in that chapter because if he takes 0 damage from them, it's
He
insane.
just doesn't care. I mean, like even against like Rutger when he spawns, depending on like he only depending on his levels, he'll take like 2 damage times 3 because he gets crit.
Well, the
like,
most
times
damage.
6. Nah, it's not that much. It's
The
like
most
12.
damage my recent Boars run, like he took, was by the Nomad, and that was like 1 or 2 times 2, and that's actually not a lot because the sword the Iron Sword
40%
Cavaliers
speed
did
is
like 0
crazy.
damage. The Lances didn't double, and I
I
think
mean,
they did
like,
like
if
1
you're
or
looking
0.
at averages, he might look kind of but like by level 20, unpromoted, he gets like on average about 11 speed. That's enough to not get doubled by most enemies. And then
Yeah.
he promotes, and then on his promotion he gets like 2 or 3 speed because armor knight promotions in FE6 are really good.
And I guess here's the other issue. I guess there is a reason why people say he's bad is you have to waste a Night Crest on him. However, I don't think it's a waste because giving Lance and Alen more levels. I know getting Night Crest like in late game is kind of like you don't get it for a long while in like the Western Isles, right? You get like a 1 maybe.
So yeah, you get like 1 in chapter 8, and then you have to wait until chapter like 16.
Yeah, so it's very long. But
It
like
is a long wait, but it's
he just solves
worth the
problems.
wait.
Like
There's so many places where I can just put him and
the
not
chapter
care.
you get the Night Crest is useful.
Chapter
so like
you get the Night Crest
where
does
like
so
Gwendolyn,
much.
Barth, and
Where you get Gwendolyn
Ogier
and
is-
Barth.
Yeah, like
That's when you get triangle attacks.
Because-
Guaranteed crits.
in my Iron Man,
Because-
that's where Alan died, and I got stuck. And it was a save Lilina mission, or was it Lilina or was the crap? I forgot who it was.
Lilina.
I think it was Lilina. No, well, it's like remember because all my guys were bottom right, and I had Boris choke the point and save me from annihilation. Like I almost got so screwed, but
Boris is one of the... Yeah, I mean, like, Boris is the GOAT, okay?
it's also a sacrifice Barth
I will
moment for
always
no
be a
reason.
Boris fan. He's one of my favorite units in this game.
Yeah.
One of my favorite armor knights in the series. He's awesome.
Moving on, Merlinus.
Merlinus. It's weird to rank him. He's not. I mean, for the chapters he's free, he's fine. He's like the biggest use you'll get out of him as like a unit you deploy is just letting you use more stat boosters than a unit can carry and giving them an inventory again. Particularly, like, he's good to deploy in chapter 21 if you're gonna buy a bunch of stat boosters. Though overall, I mean, there's not much he does. So, and he can soak up a kill if you want, which is nice.
Yeah.
Probably like D, but maybe C. I don't know. It's weird to.
Yeah, I'll put him low C for now, but he might go top of D. Alen.
I like Alen a lot. People are always like, "Oh, Saul's just better than Alen, so why use her?" But like, Alen comes in chapter 2 and is your only healer for the next 2 chapters. You get Clarine, who is admittedly better, but I mean, Ellen can get good levels. She can become a good combat unit eventually if you want to, and even if she doesn't, she still has good staff rank if you just spam with her enough.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's in an Iron Man context, there's no reason not to train her.
Yeah, totally. So in my Iron Man, which I'm calling back to, my Clarine died because I was so dumb and had her killed on like chapter 5. However, so I had to use Ellen and Saul, and I got them both to level 20, and to compare them, they were pretty equal. However, Ellen actually had more, she had like more luck and more, I don't know if it was magic or speed, but it was one, I think it was speed. And then Saul had a little bit more magic, and then their other stats were comparable. I think they're like, I mean, we'll get to Saul, but I think Ellen is actually a really good replacement for Clarine. Of course, like, you can get other healers with, say, promotions, but you don't get them for a while, so I don't know. And also, like, you build staff rank.
Like chapter 8, so
yeah, you build
staff rank is great.
So I think she's actually a solid B or
you get
A.
Physic in like chapter 7, and she's probably the fastest healer to get to B, which is really nice. Physic, just having the ability to heal from afar when you're in danger, really good, like, just thing to have. And she levels up quite fast if you just spam stats like I do. So
what are you thinking, A or B? I usually like raying healers a lot higher than other people because they're very useful. Though,
yeah, I mean, like, though I will say, if this were like a different game where you get less healers, I think she'd be more valuable. But in this game, you get a lot.
Yeah, well,
you do get like 5, and then you can promote like 3 more, or
yeah,
like 5.
Let's count them. So you get 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3. You get Cecilia. You get Yoder. You get Nime, which is like 6.
Plus
and
promotion,
then you can promote like Lugh, Raigh, Hugh, Lilina. Like, you can get like Sophia.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot. So her individual like
I think
staff is not as useful, but it's B. It's not as exclusive, but yeah.
Mr.
Next
Zoro,
we
Mr.
talk
Dieck.
about Zoro from One Piece.
Mr.
We can talk about Dieck.
Roro knows.
So I've actually had experience using him in an Iron Man. Honestly, I think he's like pretty solid, but he's certainly not like game breaking.
I think he's like top B maybe, because here's the thing with Dieck, right?
Yeah.
He might get low A. I mean, that might be pushing it though. I think very top A though, because with Dieck, the chapter he's available for is he's very useful. If he gets good levels, he is usable. But see, I always think like with Dieck,
because he's already level 5, and the problem with Dieck is that after his join map, he struggles to double very quickly.
Yeah.
Though he still has some of the best stats out of your early game squad. Like 9 strength, 10 10 speed, and actual accuracy through iron swords is actually really nice in the early game. Plus
damage through iron blades as well.
Plus armor slayers as well. Like he's got a lot of things going for him. He can use Rutger's killing edge to take out nomads in like chapter 5. Like, he's got a fair few things I like a lot about him. I did promote him into a hero one run, and he surprised me because I early promoted him, and like,
right, because your Rutger died, right?
Yeah. Well, he died later. I just decided, you know what, I'm going to be special this time. I'm going to promote Dieck instead of Rutger, and he was no Rutger, but he like
solid unit.
He had enough defense to like not die to things. Like, I could just throw him places and he'd be good. Even at like up to the final chapter, when like I was storming through Sakai, basically not using him at all because there's just better units I had. Like, since I was using a bunch of Cavaliers. Like, even up to the final chapter, he was putting in work. He did die there, but he was very useful. I like him a lot. Like, probably bottom of A for me, because he's one of your best early.
I could see it bottom of A, but okay, I'll put him bottom of A for now, actually. But yeah. Alright, Shanna or Thani.
Shanna.
See, I like Shanna, but here's the thing.
Strength,
no, I know, because in my Iron Man, she got 0, literally 0 strength level ups. I really want to say she's like,
I mean, I could put her in B.
I want to put her top of B because like
your first flyer who has near perfect availability the entire game helps you go to Elia if you train her, which to some people is a better route. I mean, it's more commonly accepted that it is. Also can use, I mean, she doubles like everything on chapter like 2 and 3. If you get enough speed levels on her, you can start using Alen Lances and not deal 0 times 2.
Yeah.
Her con is pretty bad, and she does get overshadowed by one of her older sisters. Wait, no, that's FE7. What was her name?
Tate.
Yeah. Tate does overshadow her because of her hard mode bonuses, but
hard mode bonuses,
no
Tate is like, I compared it and like she's just so much better. Like
she's significantly better, but
I think her growth's better.
Shanna's still good. She still has a lot of things she can do. She has rescue dropping, which is really nice. You can lure enemies with her. In terms of like, she can fly over mountains and stuff, so you can do some weird things in chapter 5 if you want, like luring prickins and stuff. It's kind of stupid. Also, she's pretty useful in chapter 7 for a strat to get Zealot quickly. She can rescue drop Roy. Pretty good unit. Has a lot of good things she can do when she's around, and you can always replace her later.
Yeah. Alright, next up, Lot and Wade.
Lot
I think
and
we'll
Ward.
rank them together. I do think one's way better than the other one.
I think Lot's significantly better
It's
than
so
Wade.
much better.
However, Wade, for what he like if you get that Lot Wade support, Wade gets a couple of good levels. I mean, maybe he could do a Doorcast Bartre. I mean, maybe.
No, I always avoid like just using them or putting them together. Like I use them, but like I don't like getting their support. I know it can be good, but like, but I like getting other supports. It's like
it's like plus 10 hits for like important.
Okay, plus 10 hit, except you know, you place Wade in the bad spot and then he gets doubled with an Iron Axe. It's like
but like the main thing I like it for is chapter 4, so that he can like use the halberd and have marginally better than not complete dog shit hit rates.
But he just dies. He just gets doubled and dies. Like at least with Lugh, he doesn't get doubled.
He doesn't get doubled. That's true. But I mean, everyone gets doubled with the halberd. It's super heavy.
Well, no. He gets doubled. No. Wade or Ward or whatever. Wade, he gets like doubled with an Iron Axe. The level 1, of course, or level 2, maybe.
I think his base speed's like 5, which is enough to not get doubled by some stuff. However, he does get doubled by like nomads in chapter 4.
Chapter 4.
Some of the like, I mean, I agree he's not good, but he's probably.
Is it a tier difference though? That's the question.
Is there a tier difference between him and Wolt?
Lot.
Probably between him and Lot. I think here's the thing. Like Lot, I think is like high C.
That's what I think.
Because axes suck, unfortunately, but he does get bows, which are actually decent in this game. Whereas Lot's like Wade just does not really have much reason to train him unless he gets uber blessed, which doesn't happen. He's probably like a D tier unit. Lot's probably like high speed.
That's what I think, bro. I think Lot like okay, it's a lot better than Roy and Wolt though. I guess Lot has potential. He does have potential. That's the thing.
I mean, Lot can get good levels, and there is reason to promote him to a warrior. There is competition over the hero crest, but like he can get your second one.
Okay, I don't think Merlinus should be in C tier. I think top of D. I think maybe.
Our next unit is Clarine.
Clarine, you're right.
Clarine's excellent.
I think she's S tier just because I think she's the best healer in the game, and also her Rutger support just makes like Rutger insane.
Rutger support's fun, but
I want to put her low S tier though, like either high A or low S tier, because I definitely think like
I like high A.
Yeah, I think it's very top of A though.
For her. Yeah, because she has a few things going for her. Joins extremely early chapter 4, recruits Klein if you care about that. So can Roy, but she has more movement, so it's easier. Can become a really good dodge tank late game. If you're lucky, she levels up magic, though her magic growth is kind of low from my memory. I'll look it up. It's not that big a deal though. Healing's great, 7 moves great, having a horse is great, rescue dropping, she has a lot of things she can do, and yeah, she's just excellent. Though she does die in one hit in the early game.
I mean, I don't know. I think she's definitely very good. She has Elizabeth Void.
I like her right now. She has a 30% magic growth. Okay, next we have...
but like, I don't know. Wait, hold on, let's go back to Clarine real quick. I just think there's more positives about it. Like, I don't know, like...
If you really try to train her anima magic, she can get her caliber eventually, which is excellent.
I don't know. I mean,
No, I mean she's mostly just a staff bot for me.
Yeah, I see. I guess the good thing is it's like, I mean, her staff rank. Like, I definitely think because of the movement, she's so much better than Alen because she can keep up with the squad. But like,
Yeah.
so that's why I think she might be bottom of Asp. Because I mean, there's not much. There's not. Yeah, here's the thing. There's like no other healer besides from Cecilia.
Well, that's like,
I mean,
does a horse give you 2 tiers above a non-horse unit who joined slightly earlier?
I mean,
I feel like there's only 1 tier above.
I don't know. To be fair, I also rate Mist quite highly because she gets a horse. But oh well. All right, moving on. I guess. So Rutger, the goat.
Yeah, Rutger.
Okay.
He's like next to right.
Yeah, I see him.
I mean, he's just the goat, isn't he?
I think he's top of S tier.
He's not Lelouch.
He could be Lilith. My issue was Rutger, right? Okay. So I definitely think he, like.
I've got one extremely big issue with Rutger.
What?
It's his luck stat. I hate his luck stat. He always gets crit and dies for me. I fucking hate him.
Yeah.
I hate Rutger. In normal playthroughs, he's god tier. Because you can just reset if he gets crit. In Iron Man playthroughs, he needs a goddess icon or a support, and you'll have to rely on him to dodge. And if he gets crit, he probably dies.
Here's the thing: Rutger never
he does
dodges.
stuff on
He
everything.
never crits when you need to. Also, main example of him getting crit. So, chapter whatever 14, 15, I think.
Yeah,
it's
like
the
14.
desert chapter.
I tried to from against dragons.
The dragons have like 3% crit against
like
him.
2 to 3% crit against
And that
him
happened to
normally,
you. And he got crit and he died because he cannot take a crit. However, early promoting Rutger is amazing. Really good boss killer.
30% crit, billion speed plus force. I mean, he's excellent. Great, best boss killer in the game.
However, I do think he's usable if he doesn't get strength. However, it's very
You
like
definitely
I'm
have
still
to make
using
up
him.
for it with like the Durandal, like for boss killing, which is
Yeah.
his main utility. He struggles a bit more if he doesn't get strength against like normal enemies, but his hard mode bonus is like 9 base strength, and if you decide to level him up past level 10, he has a 30% growth. So he'll probably get like on average, you'll probably get like around 14ish to strength for full promotion.
Mine was like level 14 with 12 strength. So
That's actually good.
it's
That's fine.
good, but like
It's average.
it's average, but it's like
Was that promoted?
promoted.
No.
Level 14
Promote.
early promoted as well, I should say.
Oh, early promoted? Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, Rutger's excellent though. I mean, the 30% crit boost plus killing edges, which you can buy around like chapter 13. I mean, he just crits everything.
Yeah.
Or he crits nothing. It depends. He's a fucking bitch.
We'll see where everyone else goes. We can do some rearrangements. He's definitely a contender for Lilith tier. It's just funny to put Rutger below. Okay.
I mean, Boris is significantly better than Rutger. We can both.
True. So true. Is he better than Marcus though?
No, because like think about it, okay?
But think about
Marcus fell off, so Boris could fall on.
it. True. Yeah, he's the
So-
next. He's the new Jagan. You're right.
Yeah.
Okay, next up.
Our next recruit is.
We messed
chapter
up.
6. It's Saul.
We messed up. No, out of
Oh,
order.
Chad.
It's
My
Chad.
bad, my bad.
It's Chad and Lugh. We forgot about
Chad and
them.
Lou.
Oh crap. Well,
Right. Let's talk about Chad first, since we can get him out the way quickly.
hold on. Killer Queen dies on no Bakuden. Bites a dusto. Okay, next up, we got Chad.
Next up, we have Chad. He's pretty good. He's a thief. He has crazy growth rates, but he doesn't promote. He's basically a walking lockpick, and he can steal vulneraries from Calf in chapter
You know what?
6.
I think
He's pretty good.
He's maybe low B. That's what I think.
I think he's. I
Or
mean,
high
yeah, he
C.
gives you so much stuff in the early game. I think he's low B.
And then
I
we
think
got
his
Lugh.
contributions in terms of giving you a crap ton of money is worth a lot.
I think Lugh's the best sage in the game.
Best, he's best like unpromoted mage.
Yeah, best unpromoted mage, I should say.
Excellent unit.
Like, I think he's better than Lilina.
I mean, let me look at his growth real quick.
I've always had a good Lugh. Here's the thing, it's like,
I mean,
I do
40
think Lugh
magic
kind of
is
struggles at the beginning, but if you train him, I think he
Lugh
becomes
also
like
has the
he
niche
snowballs.
of Lugh also has the niche of good hit rates in FE6 because
Yeah, and
the
he gets
fire
staff.
tone's incredible, and he gets staffs when he promotes. His growths are really good, 40% magic, 50% speed. Like I've seen Lugh cap out his speed often, and he
Also,
just becomes incredible.
Can I not mention, my Lugh has always been like very defense blessed. Like I don't know what
His growth's like
growth is.
15 or 10 or something. It's stupid.
Yeah.
He has a 15% strength, defense growth, not strength.
But I mean, I definitely think he's very good.
Excellent unit. Never gets weighed down. So
Do you think top of A?
I think that's a good spot.
Okay.
You could maybe argue S.
Alright, Clarine. I mean, I think she's contending for. No, okay.
Queen's okay. She's like top of it.
I think she's top of A. Is she above? I think she's below Lugh. I think.
Okay.
And then
we have
Rutger.
He's pretty good.
Rutger's ass. He's like D. No, okay.
Rutger's ass. He's
Okay.
below Wolt.
Okay. Yeah. So S tier Rutger, like we said, in the future. No.
Yeah. Next we have chapter 6 units. So Saul and Dorothy.
Saul and Dorothy. Let's do Dorothy first.
Alright,
Wherever she
so
is.
I like Dorothy a lot. I don't think she's good, but I like her a lot because I really want to use her because her growths are like really, really good. She has like 50% strength, 45 speed. That sounds awesome to me, but I can never find an excuse to use her. Her bases kind of suck, but they're slightly better than Wolt's. Though she does come as a level 4 unit as opposed to a level 1 unit like Wolt. I like Dorothy a lot, but she does come with a steel bow, which can help against dragons on chapter 7, which is the chapter after she joins. But like, you have Wolt, who's probably trained at that point, who will be better, and you'll get Sue, who you might want to avoid using simply because it could knock you out of Dayan and Shin.
Yeah.
So Dorothy's a lot more replaceable.
So here's the thing.
It depends on the taste, really.
I've used Dorothy
She's kind of
once. I've used her for chapter 7 against the Wyvern, and that's it. So I really cannot
she
comment on
misses
Dorothy.
because she has like no skill, and steel bows have bad hit.
Yeah, but she did come in clutch when my Wolt died in that chapter. But yeah,
I think she's a D tier unit, but I like her a lot.
I think she could be top of D maybe.
Top of D. Let's go.
Saul D.
No,
Saul D. Mothers, I don't know.
Saul D. Goodman.
Saul D. Goodman, yeah. Saul D.
Saul's
Saul
a great
D.
healer. Comes with C rank staff.
Monkey D. Saul. There we go.
Comes with immense staff. I mean, his growths don't really matter that much, but I'll look at them.
I mean,
He has like 40% magic, 45 speed. That's actually pretty good.
if we're thinking of tiering, I think he's comparable to Alen, so I think he's either below
He's
or
comparable to Ellen, slightly below because of availability,
yeah,
but
that's what I think.
not significantly.
okay.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
I think he's he's definitely very good as a replacement healer for sure.
Now we have the Cav trio. So like Zealot first, probably. I don't do that.
Okay, let's say Zealot first, right? Sure. Okay, Zealot.
Right,
Really good
Zealot's
replacement
excellent.
Jagan. If
Pretty
Marcus is dead by this point, you might not get Zealot, but if you do, very good.
And I mean, even if he like Zealot, you want to be careful of him in an Iron Man like true end context, just because losing him will lock you out of Ilia true ending. Otherwise, he's an excellent unit. He has like 12 or 13 speed, which is I think 1 or 2 above Marcus. Marcus at base. He has like marginally better growths, which don't really matter. Yeah, he's like 25, 20, 30 defense. I mean, his growths don't matter, but his bases are good enough. He's a paladin. Paladins are great. He'll serve you well up until like chapter like 413, which is pretty good.
I mean,
I think he's great.
I think he lasts like the entire what you call it?
He lasts through all of Western Isles.
Yeah,
pretty
Western
well.
Islands. Like, I think
One of your best units for that point.
if it wasn't for Marcus having supports and the availability and like such usefulness in like early game, Zealot would definitely be comparable to
It
him.
would
Like,
definitely be like comparable, but yeah, I mean the supports for Marcus are insanely.
of course, like I think the major drawback is of course getting locked out of Ilia, but I definitely think despite
I definitely
that,
think it's like
I think top of B maybe.
A.
Or A, bottom of A. I could see that.
Well, I think a pre-promoted paladin in a game where you get so little Nightcrest for so long is really good.
Now here's the
You know.
question: base Zealot versus promoted Treck Noah with investment.
So, on paper, in my head, I'm a huge Treck fan because he comes with. Okay, in my head, let me explain.
His bases are so bad.
His bases. Oh, no,
I tried.
Let me explain. His bases are good. Okay, actually, his bases are good. Okay, let me explain. He's like Lowen, but like if Lowen were better.
Okay,
but, like,
bro.
with worse availability.
He's like Lowen if he didn't come in like the second chapter.
He's like Lowen in a harder game, but like if he didn't have Okay, can I try and prove my point for Treck? So Treck joins you with like actual like for the time, they're shit bases, but for like a level 4 or 5 cav, which he is, actually pretty good. And his growths are actually not bad, you know?
They aren't bad, but when you use him, he's ass.
35 speed,
He sucks.
30 defense, 85 HP. He's pretty solid.
For
but
his
like,
ass, dude. He sucks.
let me explain. Okay.
I tried.
Alright. Look, you just got unlucky, okay?
Wait,
Use him
Noah
this time,
and
he'll be
Treck, bruh. I think there's a common
Noah's
denominator
significantly
here.
worse. Noah's worse. Noah's worse because Noah's a higher level, so he gets XP slower, and his bases are not significant. Okay, I'll tell you what he has over Treck. The one thing he has over Treck is 2 points of speed, which is significant.
Which is very useful.
It is, but he's also like 4 levels higher or something. I don't know. I don't
By that point in the game, it's like, literally, I'm telling you, I tried using Treck. I trained him. You saw me train him. He sucked. He was awful.
You didn't believe, man. He's
I
the
did
wars
believe,
of
bro.
Cavaliers.
I used him. I used Noah and Treck because
He's like if Gwendolyn was a Cavalier. He's amazing. Okay, he's excellent.
Okay, where would you rate Treck and Noah?
Like C tier. No, I'd rate Treck C tier. Noah B.
Oh, see. Okay. Would you say Treck is better than Wolt? That's the question. I don't think Noah's B tier.
No, it's like slightly more useful because he's like a better replacement cav. He has 2 more speed, which lets him.
I guess
do more
can he recruit
things.
fur actually?
He recruits fur.
Okay.
As well.
I guess that goes up then. Oh, we missed out Sue, bro. We keep forgetting.
Oh shit, Sue.
Kirakin Daiza no Bakudan Baitsa Dosso. Anyway, let's rate Sue. Okay.
Let's rate Sue. She's pretty good. I like Sue a lot. She does get overshadowed by Shin, but you can just do both. They're both pretty good. She doesn't have like the bonkers strength and like everything which he does, but she's still a nomad, and nomads are excellent.
Yeah.
Amazing speed, like pretty good luck if I recall. I mean, her strength's kind of bad, but like she gets bows. Bows are good in FE6. She gets swords. Swords are good in FE6. I mean, Shin support. I think she's great. I think she's like a B tier.
I think she's above Shanna.
However, she is risky to use in an Iron Man True End context because she can knock you out of Shin.
Okay, but so is Shin by that point if you're using Shin.
Yeah, but here's the thing: if you get Shin and you still have Sue alive, it's okay for Shin to die because Sue can just like recruit and die him.
Sure. What? I don't know.
Actually, I'm not sure if he's
okay, same could be said about Shanna. Right. Actually,
Sh-
no,
Shanna's
it's not really. Actually,
necessary.
well, no, it is because okay, if you lose Shanna, then you won't
Shanna,
go Lilia.
Yeah, unless you get like
Unless you kill off Shin.
Tate. Unless you kill off Shin and unless you get Tate before she dies, then it's okay to lose her. But yeah, I like Sue. I think she's good. She's probably about like slightly below Shanna, I'd say.
Yeah, I definitely think the Orion Bolt contention in FE6 is definitely not high. Like, if you do have a good Wolt,
unless
maybe.
You, like, yeah, if you have a good Wolt, then it is. But I mean, if it isn't, then your first one usually just goes to Shin since he's excellent. And then your second is probably Sue.
Yeah.
Because like you tend to, because you get like a bunch, you get like 2 pre-promoted snipers, so they don't need it.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Next up, we got.
I can't wait to talk about some of the mid-game units. Those are so fun. I love Astolfo. I love
Or is
Astolfo.
that his name? Astolfo.
In some translations, it's a store though. We'll go with store.
I'll go Astolfo. Because
We'll call him Astolfo.
I
I
think
love Astolfo.
he's the best thief in the game.
He's the best thief in the game. He has enough stats to not die when he joins. Like for a significant, he actually has good combat in Western Isles against because he's got really good speed.
Yeah, they just can't hit him, bro.
He comes with like 7 defense and like 9 to 10 strength or something. He's an excellent thief with decent. He's like Volk, but like in a game where thieves are better because like they're not better, but they have swords which are better in this game.
If he could promote, he'd definitely be the best thief. Clearly, like. I
mean,
I guess no. Chad's growths are actually really good. Actually,
if Chad could promote, then I would try using him.
Yeah.
Like as an actual combat unit.
Also, as a character, I really like him as well. I know we said we're not gonna rate on this.
He's a really cool character too, but that's not relevant.
Yeah, I think he's low A tier. I know. I do love pitting thief utility high, but I mean, if we're being realistic here, I think he's like
best thief.
Yeah, he's the best thief. So like low to A tier. Like same with like Zealot. I think he's like, comparable.
Now we gotta talk about Barth.
Barth, Ogier, and Wendy or
Lilina.
And Lilina. Let's do Lilina first.
Let's do Lilina first. So, Lilina, like...
I think she's a solid B tier.
She's a solid unit. She has excellent magic. She'll almost always cap it. She has like a 75 growth in magic. but she doesn't have the same utility Lugh has in really good early game chip damage, because you're past the point where hit rates are like really uncontrollably bad, and you start having like more control over it, and you also fight enemies who wear themselves down more in Western Isles, which comes up after Lilina joins, which makes her like, she's in an easier point to be a unit in FE6, but she's in a point where mages are slightly less useful.
Yeah, and she also comes level
good,
1. It's really hard to
She
train.
tends to not get speed for me, which makes her dog shit though.
Yeah, I mean, in my first
It's
run,
really done.
which was normal when I first played the game, obviously, she was good. I thought Lugh was better though, so that's why I think B tier. Like, I think if you train her, she'll probably be a good unit.
Yeah.
What do you think,
She does
though?
need investment as well. Probably like bottom of B.
Well, to give her credit, it's like if you do promote
think
her,
Ellen
she
and
gets
Saul are
stats. Yeah, I guess because it takes a little longer to get
I mean,
stats.
she does get her caliber though,
Alright,
and she is a very good user of 4 plays.
true. Put her above Shin.
Let's talk about Wendy.
I tried, she sucks.
I have experience
I think-
with hard mode Wendy.
I think Wendy is the worst Armor Knight.
I mean, okay, you've seen me beat an Iron Man with hard mode Wendy. She does suck.
Bro, I tried using her twice.
She-
I just want to let you know that. I tried using her
She does
twice.
suck. She is trainable, but she sucks.
Bruh.
And if you get lucky, I mean, she's probably okay, but her bases are just so dog shit. She sucks.
Actually, you know what?
But I
No,
like her.
no, actually, I'm gonna... Nah,
She's like B tier.
nah, do it for Wendy.
Do it for Wendy.
Do
C
it for Wendy.
tier.
I'll put her top... I'll put her
Let's-
top of C tier.
I mean, I've used Wendy. I've had an experience with her. She was a lot of fun. She does have the best growth out of the Armor Knights, and she spawns at level 1, so that's something. Her defense base is not like. The problem I have with Wendy is that like she spawns at like the same level as Boars, with significantly worse bases in the stats which matter. She has like a 5 strength, whereas Boars has 8. And Boars joins in chapter 1, she joins in chapter 8. Like,
Yeah.
it's not a good look, but if you're willing, Boars can help his sister level up through triangle attacks. Do it for Wendy. Do it for Wendy.
Do it for Wendy.
Wendy's great though. Top of C because she's fun.
I'll try use her again.
Try it. You have to try.
I'll try use Wendy. Okay. Barth.
You have to train her in like 7 and 8x.
Okay, I think, okay, if we're going by Garret or whatever, I think maybe Barth might be the worst Armor Knight. However, I think Wendy
Barth
is.
has a 2% res growth. He's awesome.
Like,
Barth's fun because he just has defense and strength, HP, and like nothing else.
yeah. I definitely think he's
He's a lot
probably
less
like
balanced.
comparable to Gwendolyn or Wendy.
He does have significantly better bases. I think he starts with like 14 defense and like 12 strength.
Yeah, but
or
his
something.
issue is that he just can't hit.
That's
None of
true.
them can, to be fair.
That's true, but like Barth, if you want an effective wall who you can just quickly promote, you can fill that role. If you want like a wall tile.
I'll put him below because at least I attempted to use Wendy. However, with Barth, I sacrificed him for no reason.
I have used Barth before. He was the only one of my Armor Knights who died, so he's below Wendy.
Yeah. Is he
I like
below
Barth.
Treck though? That's the question. Is he below Law? It's
No, because you can insta promote.
okay. Hold on. Here's the thing. Okay, we might get. Are these guys better than Roy?
I think Roy is better than everyone except Wendy.
Even Treck?
As much as I love Treck,
Oh, Wolt.
put Walt next to Roy. They have a support.
Okay, and then
Let them build support.
okay, that looks right. I mean, do it for Wendy. Do it for Gwendolyn.
Wendy.
Okay, Ogier. Ogier is a very weird
Ogier-
unit. I've never used Ogier, but I really want to.
Yeah, I want to use him, but it's hard because his bases are not bad. They're not good either, though.
It's like if you have Zoro,
like-
just use Zoro. It's like
He
it's Zoro
is better,
from.
but he does have like slightly
Hey
better
mom,
growth.
can I get Zoro?
We have Zoro.
We have Zoro at home.
The thing I like about Ogier is that like conceptually he could be a dodge tank since he has like 55 lit growth and 45 speed. If you get lucky, he can be fun like that. I think his growths are like a fair bit better than Dieck's, but not by that much. I like him. He has slightly worse bases. He comes with an armor slayer, which is really good, which is actually useful in his join map. If you want to use him, you can definitely use him. He joins when you're about to reach the Western Isles, which is a really good arc to be a sword user.
True.
So he's definitely usable. I think he, like, theoretically, I want to put him, like, bottom of B tier because I like him and I think he can do things and he's in a good spot.
I want to use him. I want to use him to find out. I do really want
Yeah.
to use Ogier.
He does take up a hero crest, which I mean he won't have the first one. That's usually.
I mean,
just
what's
Rutger.
nice is you do get the Lilina Paralog after.
You get the Lilina power to train him.
So next up.
Now we
I
can talk about an
think
amazing
is-
unit.
Is it this? Is it him? Is it the goat?
Oh, actually, well, hold on.
Or is it?
if we
Is
have-
it? Is it? Is it?
Well, actually, no. We have to talk about Shin and Fear, who are also
Yeah.
really good units. We got a lot of good units in the Western Isles.
Yeah, you do. Okay, so I think immediately, I think Shin goes like S or A.
Shin is one of the best units in the game.
I think he's S.
Shin is the best bow user. He has like his hard mode bonuses are so incredibly good. Like,
Yeah.
If he were just a normal cavalier with his bonuses, people would compare him to like Percival. But no, he's a nomad, which is really good because he gets bows, which are really good in this game. He gets killer bows. He can recruit Diane. I mean, he one rounds like late game Wyvern Lords easily. He's just such a good unit. He's one of the best in the game. I think he's above Alen Lance because he doesn't need investment. He's just good from the get go, and he levels up really quickly because his base level isn't that high, and his stats are incredible.
Yeah, he's great. He's a very useful.
Absolutely
unit.
amazing. Yeah.
And then
Now
Fear.
Fear.
Or Fear.
I like Fair. I like her a lot. She recruits Bartre, which is fun.
Oh yeah.
but,
who I've not
I
used.
don't know,
this
we
game.
never really. I don't know if I've ever went Beer out. I think I've went it once in like Project
did.
Ember.
No, you did. Because you went Elphin route and you were like, man, this is ass. Because the reason I don't want to go that route is because
Oh, wait, no, I
Elphin's a
also
lose
did-
condition in one of the chapters.
It's also
not lose condition, but I think you lose the power log.
Oh, the thing is also, I went that in reverse recruitment. I've done it. Yeah, I went out in reverse recruitment, and bruh, I got Lilina as like a sage. She was kind of crazy.
I think Fur is a solid like.
So
maybe low
Fear's
A
in a
or, like,
really
high
cool
B.
spot because she's got pretty good growth. Let me look at them. Like, okay, Fear's kind of strange. She has 25% strength, but her speed and luck are so good she just becomes a massive dodge tank, and her base strength is comparable to Rutger because of her hard mode bonuses.
She's pretty
Also,
much like if you early promote
she's
Rutger,
like-
she'll be your new Rutger.
I mean, she's not as good as Rutger, but she's Rutger if Rutger spawned as a level 1 unit who's really easy to train in an arc which extremely easy to train her.
And of course,
She's
hard mode
very
bonuses
easy
just
to
make her
use.
way better as well.
And her hard mode bonuses are excellent.
So-
in normal
so-
mode, she's kind of shit.
I can tell you in normal mode, I use both Rutger and Fur. Rutger was better, but Fur wasn't that far behind. And actually,
in hard mode,
in
Fear
hard
has,
mode,
like,
I
Rutger
think she
base.
might be like Rutger level.
Stat-wise,
If you
she's,
early
like,
promote Rutger, if you early promote Rutger, she'll be better if you invest in her.
Stat-wise, they're pretty similar, but Fear doesn't get crit, so she's slightly better in that sense. But she does come at a later point where
Yeah.
Rutger's already promoted and already one-rounding everything, whereas Fear's still just getting started.
So
I still think she's excellent. I still think she's like
What's your-
top of B to A.
that's what I think. I think maybe below Astol or Astolfo.
Yeah.
Okay, next is the goat. The goat.
We
Actually,
can
no,
finally talk about him.
no, we got Geese.
Oh, I love Geese. Alright, so I think Geese is one of the most underrated units ever. I always see people complain like he's mid, he's shit. He still promotes into Berserker, which is amazing. He has a
Yeah.
30% crit boost. He comes with a Brave Axe. That's so good. He has great weapon
What
levels
hard
because
mode
he comes with
punishes?
that Brave Axe. He comes B rank. I admit Gonzales is better, but Geese is really good. Geese and
Geese is
also
like
he has
a
one of the
solid-
best. He has like the best design in the game.
Sure, he's the
Yeah,
best.
I love saying my only experience actually using Geese is like normal mode where he's insane. In hard mode he's not as good. Let me look at his script.
Well, I used
He
Gonzales
comes
in
at like
normal
level
mode.
10, which is fine.
I
Yeah,
think
mean,
Geese
like,
is the perfect
his
example
skills
of
are really good.
a B
50
tier
strength,
unit.
40 speed. Yeah, I agree.
He also
I
comes
love
with a Brave Axe, but the issue with the Brave Axe is that
Geese. Miss times 2.
yeah, I don't know, but okay.
But,
I think maybe
I
below
love
the
Geese,
healers.
I mean,
below
30% crit
Lilina.
boost on that Berserker. Sure, that's fine. I love Geese though.
Okay, Gonzales. I think Gonzales goes.
I love Gonzales
Like
as well.
A tier.
Gonzales is one of the best units in the game. One of the best. I think he's like very high A tier. His hard mode bonuses are everything. He comes with like a kabillion strength. His speed is good. He gets like his defense is also pretty solid. Like he has a 25 growth and his base is okay. Like 50% speed, 60 strength, 90% HP.
I mean,
and people say his skill's ass.
We
He
can
gets
bring this up.
like 5 skill in a promotion, and you can just give him secret boosts.
We can bring this up. So in a run you did,
And also in chapter 21,
yep.
unpromoted, never leveled Gonzales is incredible because he can run into the peaks and just bait all the wyverns and never take damage. Yeah, like the people who have the most hit rate on him is like Gale with 20%. Like he's
Yeah.
crazy.
It's the.
He's so funny. Him
It's
and
crazy.
as well
I
as
actually, they were so
Garret,
close
it's
to
so
dying.
funny.
It's so dumb. That actually, and if you have a trained Gonzales, just think about it. That's like a
he
0
never
hit on the
gets
mountain.
they all have 0 hit. He's incredible. I love Gonzales.
Yeah, I think he's a solid A tier. I think he might be
Solid,
below
yeah.
Clarine, just availability, but I think he's above Dieck, trained.
Yeah.
Okay, so Klein.
Klein's excellent.
I've
I-
never used Klein, but the chapter I have used
I
some.
always like to use him. He does get like outclassed slightly by Igrene, but the thing with Klein I really like is that he's promoted and actually has solid growth. It's like 35 strength, 45 speed, like 50 luck, 40 skill, 60 HP. Like he's a promoted unit who still like with great hard mode bonuses, which makes him good, and you can just keep using him and he'll still level up well. He's a perfectly viable unit for the entire game if you want him to, which I like a lot.
Yeah, even
He has some great uses when he joins. He's kind of annoying to recruit, which takes him down a little on mine and for me, since he has a 50% chance to move. Bullshit. He recruits Tate, which is great.
I mean, if you think about when he joins, though, so what is it? Just before the
That's
Melady
during the
chapter,
Western Isles.
and that's when wyverns start coming.
That's
up
when
quite a
wyverns
bit.
start spawning. He one-shots them with his silver bow.
Yeah.
I mean, like, he has great weapon ranks as well. He can use the ballistas in that chapter.
I mean, what do you think? Do you think he's like B?
I
or
think he's
A?
like.
High B, low A.
I think he's better than Sue and Shanna, so I think he's like bottom of A.
Bottom of A, yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
And then I think, I definitely kind of want to use Klein. In an Iron Man, I also want to reiterate, in an Iron Man, he's amazing because he's just a replacement unit he's a promoted unit.
I mean,
who
he's
you
a
just
promoted
replace.
unit who you can just use, has great damage output, great stats, excellent strength for hard mode.
If you still have all your bows.
and you'll still have all your bows, since bows suck. No, not really. Let's talk about Tate.
Yeah.
Tate's great. Tate's hard mode bonus are
I
really
want to
good.
put her in a very specific tier, but we don't have to. I want to put her low S tier. I don't know.
Low. I think she's like.
I think she's the
Gonzales
best
level.
Pegasus.
She's
I
the
don't
best
know. My
Pegasus.
Tates have always
That's
been good. I'm gonna be wrong.
My Tates have always been good, but like I don't know.
She comes
I-
good though. That's the thing.
She
She
does
just
come
comes
good.
I think she's better than
but-
Gonzales at least because like
But she also comes in an arc where it's kind of, but she's near the end of the arc, so it's not that bad, I guess. She is pretty good.
I think she literally comes
I
at
wanna
the
put
end
her
of the
there.
arc. Like
I think right there is the perfect place for her. She's an
Yeah.
excellent unit. I mean, like joins at like a fairly low level for her incredible stats at the time. Has amazing growth, 40 strength, 55 speed. Incredible unit. Has really good HP because hard mode bonuses give her like +7-ish.
she's got great strength for Pegasus.
Great strength. She comes with like 12 or something. Her speed is. I don't think it's as
It's pretty
high as
high.
you'd expect, but it's still high, and she'll get a lot of speed since she
I think
has a
does she not
55
have
growth.
more Constitution than?
She does have like 1 point more con. She has like a fair bit of defense as well and res. I like Tate a lot.
Yeah.
Very good unit. Flying, that's great.
Okay, now we got the route splits. So we got Elphin.
So Elphin and Lalum, they're basically the same unit. But
I guess we can route.
perspective,
I think
the thing
Lalum's
with-
better because I prefer a route. So I think the loot you get, like
yeah,
the
I
chests,
mean,
is
like-
better as well.
With Lalum, she's might be more of a dodge tank, while Elphin has slightly better defenses, but it's not enough to matter. Like realistically, until you get them to like level 20, they'll both probably get one shot. So, but I like both of them. They're both really good. They're both the same position.
I think
Lalum's
a
slightly
little bit
higher
better.
because her route is
Yeah.
better, in my opinion. But
I also think her growths are a little bit better, even though growths don't matter.
she was better in growth in like strength and speed, slightly worse.
I
in,
don't
like,
think strength. Hold on.
sorry, not in strength. I mean speed and luck, which
Yeah.
are the important stats for dodging. She has 1780.
Okay, next up is
talk about
Bartre.
Bartre.
I've
Oh.
never used Bartre. I can not speak about it.
Let me tell you what's fun about Bartre. He literally has one stat, strength. He comes with 22 strength as a promoted warrior,
Yeah, he's like the only warrior you get besides Law and Wade, and like
and
here's
he
the
gets
issue.
to use bows. But yeah,
That's great.
he's fun. He gets. I mean, he's a bow user with 22 strength. He can one-shot wyverns. He's so sick. The rest of his stats kind of suck. He has great HP though, so he doesn't die. His defense is 10, which is not bad. I mean, his speed is 10,
Is he a
so
green
he'll
unit?
get
And the chapter
play-
you crew him?
I believe so. Yeah, he's like a green unit who you talk to with fear, I think.
Okay. So
I like him a lot though. He's pretty good.
well, I can't rate him. So
I
we
like
have to-
Elphin. I know I like Echidna more, but I don't know.
Echidna
Echidna
spawned with an
also has
axe
something
equipped. I'm sorry.
Echidna spawns in the worst possible position for her, but like, let's put Bartre like mid B, since he can like one-shot wyverns.
Lilina?
Like, yeah, next to Geese is fine. Now let's talk about Echidna. I like Echidna a lot. Her join does look bad but she has like a billion speed.
I hate her. I hate her.
She can die on her join, man.
What do you mean she can die? She probably will die.
It's not probably will. It's not that likely. It's like Pent.
Yes, it
no, it's
is,
not like
bro. It's like she's just like a
You just
unit
need to
which
play
is
fast,
it's like
it's really fun.
Zealot Treck, bro. To be fair, we didn't take that in consideration, so I won't take it in consideration for her. But like Zealot and Treck, they just die immediately. Like Zealot goes up to fight the mage and just dies. And Treck just immediately dies. And then Echidna, at least she does have a more fighting chance. But I do not think I could put her in the same tier as Klein. I think
Let's talk about Echidna though. In terms of her stats, her base stats, she has like so she's just like really good, just pure offense unit in terms of she has like 13 strength, 18 speed. That doubles a lot of things, like pretty much everything for the first while after she joins. Her growths are pretty bad, like they're like 30 strength, speed, but who cares? Her bulk's not very good with 35 HP and 8 defense. Like she goes down quite quickly. It's like Marcus tier at that point, but slightly below. Though she can use swords really well, because I mean she has not that much con, which is her main drawback.
yeah, like
Which
she gets
makes her
weighed down
stupid
right
for
by
spawn
the
with,
like,
relax. It's so
yeah.
dumb. She gets weighed down by basically everything which isn't an iron sword, which
she doesn't come with.
she doesn't come with. But I like Echidna a lot.
I guess
found a lot of
against
uses
axe
for her throughout
users,
the game.
it's like I really like all they needed to do was give her like
Give her a
a
steel
sword.
sword. Or like a silver
Yeah.
sword. One of those. It would've been cool.
No, they give her a hand axe, I think, or whatever. I mean, you can rank her. I mean, I know where I'd put her, but
I put her like right next to Bartre, honestly.
okay,
I like her.
okay, you put her a lot lower than I thought you would. I'd probably put her above Bartre, but
I do like her a lot.
I might put her above Lilina though. It depends, because Lilina is investment, but
But like
whether you
Bartre's
wanna-
niche of one-shotting wyverns is crazy.
I put her one above because her rout's better.
Okay.
Okay,
Let's talk about Kath.
Kath. Yeah, let's do Kath next.
She's a thief in the game who you can recruit as a replacement thief, which is pretty good. It's like probably like C tier.
Actually, we can rank Kath last if you want.
Yeah, let's rank her before Corel.
Yeah, okay, let's do that. Okay, right. So what, Raigh or Raigh?
Yeah.
Okay, actually, so I've used Raigh. You haven't, right?
I've not, but I
Right.
know a bit about him.
He's solid. Like he's like, I do think he's B tier, but he's very solid. Like
I mean, he can
whether
use,
he's above
Bartre.
Echidna, Bartre, and Geese.
His growths are
is-
good, 45 magic, 40 speed.
Yeah, I think the only issue is he comes being a dark magic user, and like he comes quite late, so training him is a little bit hard, especially in the chapter after, which is the Melady bridge chapter, which
Yeah.
he does face very scary like penalties because of the dark magic. However, he's actually not that bad. He gets staffs.
mean-
I think he might be the best like trainee dark magic user. I mean, there's not a lot, but I think
my opinion on best trainee dark magic user, I think it's Hugh.
Okay.
I think it's Hugh.
Okay.
I love Hugh. I think Hugh's excellent. But we can talk about him later.
Okay, okay. I think Raigh is either. I don't think he's better than Lilina, but I do think he's like comparable to maybe Bartre and like these four, Geese, Bartre.
I think he's around there. I like him a lot though, even though I haven't used him. I do like him a lot. I mean, Nosferatu's fun, and if you train him, he can like put in work in chapter 21 and 22 if you want him to. With Nosferatu, he can fight the wyverns, and as long as he has enough bulk to
I'll
not
put
get
him
one
below
shot,
Echidna and
good.
Bartre because they're promoted and they come like ready to use, whereas Raigh needs like a little bit more.
Yeah.
Next up, Melady.
Best unit in the game.
Yeah, I think she's just
No
has to be
contest.
Lilith here. Like, I think
She's
she
better
just
than
has to be.
Marcus. Yep, she's the best unit in the game. I've come
Yeah.
to that conclusion now. I mean, there's just no unit who has everything usually. In a Fire Emblem game, there's usually not one unit who can do everything amazingly, but Melady can. So, yeah, she's just the best.
Takes like what 2 times 4 or no 4 times 2 against like arrows.
I mean, like, she can fight all the wyverns in 21. When she joins, she like does so well. Her hardbound bonuses are crazy. She's the best unit in the game. I'm not even gonna like. There's not much to say really. She's just amazing.
It's the only thing to knock her for is join time, but even that.
Her join time's good. Like it's like halfway through the game.
Halfway through the game, that's the thing. Like, imagine you get Melady, but early. That's insane. But yeah, okay. Next up is Cecilia and Sophia, I'm pretty sure.
Cecilia is really good in terms of just a mounted staff user. That's something great. Her join time is a bit odd for her because it sucks, but everything after that, she's excellent. Like if you made Cecilia join in the Percival chapter instead of Arcadia, people would like her a lot more, but she would not be as good. Like, it's funny. But yes, Cecilia's excellent. I mean, her stats suck, but they don't matter. She's a staff user with a move. What's there not to like about that?
Yeah, I think the only issue is that in that chapter there's a silent staff, and most likely they'll probably hit like Sophia, Cecilia, and then one of your better units, or sleep staff as well, which they'll probably do sleep staff.
I fully admit it's a bad join time, but what she does have when she joins is their caliber, which you could give to a different magic user who can start killing wyverns and stuff. Or you could just let Cecilia have it and nearly one-shot them. She doesn't quite, from my memory.
True. I mean, where would you put, I don't think she's above Saul. You think she's better than Saul and Ellen?
Yeah, because
really?
because she has like decent staff rank. She also has 8 move. I mean, she's an 8 move staff user.
Okay, I'll put her there. I don't like Cecilia, to be honest, that much. I know she has a support with Roy though, so I guess I can put her up. Yeah, nice late game Roy support, just in case everyone else is dead.
Cares about that fucking support.
No one. When someone else is dead, it might make him.
Actually, what he does have is a support with Percival, as well.
Roy?
No, Cecilia.
Yeah,
my bad.
Cecilia.
But yeah, that's one thing.
Okay, Sophia.
Bro, I tried so hard, man. I gave her the boots and everything, and she still sucked.
Okay, now is she better than Wade? Because she does get you the guiding ring. She can.
Is the guiding ring and potential staffs better than Wade? Yes.
she can give you. Also she can tank the sleep staffs.
She can tank sleep staffs by getting hit and not doing anything.
Yeah, although you do need to keep her alive for the guiding chapter, so that's
true.
But yeah, okay, that's okay. I think that's fine. Next up,
Percy?
Is it Percy? I don't know.
Yes.
Garret and Percy, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, let's do.
I'm looking at right now just to make sure I have everything ready to call him the best unit in the game.
Okay, let's do Garret first. So Garret, once again, chapter 21 or whatever, the Wyvern chapter. Put him in the mountains. He does suffer more than Gonzales for some reason. Like an unpromoted level 1 Gonzales or something. From what I saw, but
I mean, Garret does get hard mode bonuses. He has a bunch of strength. If you crit something, they'll probably die. So it's like he has like a 30% chance to kill an enemy you throw him up against, which is funny.
There's gonna be a whole bunch of B tiers, I think. Like.
Yeah, but I'd say a lot of units in this game are B tiers. I think he's like below Bartre. I think he's below Raigh as well. I think he's like next to Noah. As much as I like the wizard.
Yeah, I agree with that. Okay. Is Noah better than him though?
Yeah, I mean, if you train him, he will be. But I mean, you have to train him. You don't have to train Garret.
Okay. I mean, we will of course revamp it. But anyway, we got Percy. I've never used hard mode Percy, although I'm on the chapter.
I mean, you've seen me use him. You've seen him die for me, but I don't
know. You ruined your run. Bad unit.
I don't know if I can. He has.
Actually, no, hold on. Wait, it's Igrene first.
Oh yeah, it's Igrene.
It's Igrene and Fa, actually, isn't it?
Fa's after, but it is Igrene. So Igrene is excellent. I mean, she's just like, she joins you and she just has better stats than Klein does. What's there not to love? She has excellent bases.
So
I mean, I think she's excellent. She's not as good as Klein since she has slightly worse availability, but she's like right
slightly worse, but it's like, if you think about it, it's 2 chapters.
It's like, it's a bit more than that because it's like
3.
It's more like 4 or 5.
Well, if you don't count the chapter, I guess.
Count guiding chapters.
I guess. Okay, actually, no, you're right. So what were you thinking? Like top of B?
Top of A.
Top of A.
Or B. Sorry, no, it's top of B.
Okay, Percy, finally. Okay.
I think he's like next to Marcus, maybe better, maybe worse.
Lugh tier?
I mean, yes, because he's literally late game Marcus.
Really?
That's how we do.
Well,
that's what.
But his okay, I guess. I guess.
His avail. I mean, he's part of the like big 3 of FE6.
Big 4.
Big 4 with Boars.
Okay.
Boars is like, Boars is like Dragon Ball Z.
Okay. No. Okay. No. Marcus is Dragon Ball Z, and he raised.
Marcus is Dragon Ball Z.
He raised
Boars, who is
Bleach.
Well, Boars is
No. No. I could tell you. So okay. So we'll go in order of. Okay. So
I think.
No. I got it exactly. So we got Marcus, who's Dragon Ball Z. We then got Melady, who's Naruto, because everyone thought Naruto was so good back in the day. Everyone thought it was the best out of the big three. Percival's Bleach because he just looks like a Bleach character. He's got that style to him. He's got that suave. And Boris is One Piece because he's the hidden gem. And also he looks like a One Piece character.
He does look like a One Piece character.
So
he's peak though. Yeah, that's the big four of
the big four.
But yeah, I mean, like, let me put into perspective how just crazy Percival is. I mean, I'm not even going to talk about his growths, even though they're actually not bad. Like, I'll bring them up briefly. He has like 30 strength, 35 speed, which is not that bad. I mean, considering he joins like at level 5 paladin with nearly perfect stats. I mean, they are perfect for like when he joins. So base stats. So in hard mode, this fucker joins with 50 HP. Alright, and he's level 5 by the way. Level 5 promoted. 20 strength, 16 skill, 20 speed, 15 luck, 16 defense, 13 res. That's so good. Like, even if you like train like your Alen and Lance and get them to level 5 promoted, they just won't be as good as Percival. He's that crazy.
I do think that's actually true. Okay, if you look at it that way, I guess. But I still think availability is like major.
Availability is major, but like Percival's just like when he he does everything.
I mean, all I was gonna say is I think he could be top of S, but
I think he's Bleach in the big four. Come on, man. We have to keep it now.
Okay, but if we also talk about the big three, then Bleach did fall off.
I'm willing to call Bleach the worst of the big three because I like Boris.
Okay.
Okay. Is Barth.
Okay, sure. Okay, we'll leave him there.
Put Boris above him.
Okay, but then Jake, that means Marcus has to go above Melody.
Yeah, I agree. No, I don't, but it's funny.
Okay. This is a rating.
Anyway.
Okay. All right.
Look, you'll see when you get Percival. Like he's literally just a one-man army. Like he's Melady on foot.
Okay. All right. Okay. Next up.
Five's great. Five's really good.
What 30 use Dragonstone?
It's like, I mean, I agree it doesn't have much uses, but I don't care about her for the Dragonstone. I care about her for the fact that she has a billion res and can soak siege tomes and status stuff.
If her Dragonstone's still...
As long as it's still alive, but even if it isn't, like, you can still soak status stuff and not care. And she doesn't consume Dragonstone uses when she gets hit.
To be fair, I do think...
I think she's really good.
I think she's low
like,
B.
No, I've found so much use for her. Like, I think
really?
she's like slightly... I think she's like above Lilina.
Oh my god.
I think she's great.
That looks
just
wrong. That looks so wrong.
The only thing holding her back is availability. Otherwise, she's
availability is I don't know.
The Dragonstone. Yeah, the Dragonstone is such a good item.
I guess if you use it sparingly. No, it's like
if you just like use it against those status staffs and those fucking boltings.
Okay,
like,
use it against a locked archer and just have her grind her that way to level 20.
Grind her to level 20 against an archer.
Okay, well,
look,
I see the.
You can't knock it till you try it.
Okay. Next up, oh, bro,
let's talk about Hugh. Alright, so I think Hugh, if you decide to train him, like, so he spawns as a level 15 mage, and if you decide to train him and he gets a couple good levels before you get into a sage, I think he's so good, bro.
He's the only unit to have more than two different bases.
Yeah, like, every stat gets reduced by 1 if you train him, lower, but look. He only costs like 10,000 gold, and you get a mediocre mage who, if you train him just a little bit, okay, I'll explain why I like him.
In normal mode, I see.
I'll explain it a bit. He joins with 9 defense and res, and a 20% growth. Okay, you train him up to level 20, and on average, you'll have 10 defense. And then you promote him, and then you know what he gets on promotion? He gets like 2 defense. That's 12 defense as a sage. That's crazy, dude.
Late in the game.
That's crazy. But he also has like 30% magic growth, so it gets like 4 points of magic before he promotes, because he has like 5 levels, 30%. That's guaranteed. 45 speed's actually pretty good though. Look, just train him to 20 in his join map.
Oh, so hold on, wait. Did you say he was a mage that turns into a sage, right?
Yeah.
So when you compared, you said when speaking about Raigh, I have another dark mage.
No, I just said I have another magic user, I'm pretty sure. I don't think I said another dark mage.
Alright, okay.
But no, I love Hugh. I think he's like, if I had to rate him, he's like C tier, but I always like using him and I think he's excellent.
Yeah, I guess I'll put him top of C tier because he comes with a membership card, or whatever.
He also comes with Elfire and 7 con.
Oof. Alright, Zeiss.
Let's talk about Zeiss. Zeiss is really good. His strength is crazy. His speed, you really want to get lucky on his speed when you level him up. And if you do, he can get better stats than Melady, but like, I mean, don't count on it. He's pretty good. I think he's like high B. If you want to use him, he becomes excellent, but you really do have to grind him, which is the main thing. I mean, if you promote him in chapter 16 though, he's kind of crazy though, but he still has to be trained.
Yeah, I mean, he's just like Melady, but you need to train him. I think he can be better than Melady, but like that investment is not worth. It's just not worth.
I mean, it's worth doing, but it's not worth doing if you want a unit better than Melady in terms of like, because you probably won't get them.
Yeah. Where do you want to put him?
I'd put him like next to
That B
Ellen.
tier's looking so.
Look,
Higher?
that's where a lot of units are. B tiers are like average units.
You think he's higher?
I'll put him next to Fa.
Yeah, that's what I think. Douglas.
Douglas.
The goat,
Douglas
which
is
you have
awesome.
to run around the entire chapter to not kill for the guidance.
Yeah, his recruitment is kind of silly, but I mean, if you recruit him and you go Sakai, he's a brick wall. He's pretty awesome.
Yeah, true.
I mean, he's just a pre-promoted general who you don't have to think about, and you can just throw him at nomads, and he lives.
Also, the
So in that
guidance he
sense, he's pretty
joins in,
good.
he's not really that good for because
In the garden he joins,
Sieges.
nobody's good. Like, you just want to wait at the bottom and like
open prey.
get rid of sieges, and then just like, I don't know, that map's actually dreadful.
Yeah. I'm
But I
surprised you
think
got
he's
past
like,
it, but, yeah.
but Douglas is an excellent unit. Unironically, like for Sakai. For Sakai, I
Definitely
think he's
an
like, honestly,
amazing B tier unit.
for Sakai, he's an A tier. For Ilya, I don't really know, but he's probably a lot more mid. Because, like, I don't know, in Ilya, like, you care about movement more than you do just a billion defense. Because, like, I don't know, you can end chapters quicker, and there's not a billion, like, nomad reinforcements.
See, here's my issue with
Because
this. It's like,
better
it's so... Like, judging late game units is so hard because, okay, although they have higher bases, they're around for a lot less, and also, like... So, like, I don't know, he's probably around
I'd
Echidna
put him,
tier,
like-
but, like...
We can put, I want to put him above Lilina. I like him.
Okay, I can do that. Okay, next up.
Do I talk about Dan or Juno? Because I can put about Juno.
Juno is, like,
If you
D
want.
tier, I think.
She is pretty bad, but I don't mind her. I mean, I used her at normal mode and it's really good.
I mean, like, availability,
I-
bases... Also, you gotta keep her alive for the chapter, for the guidance. And then, I just think there's better Pegasuses. Also, you probably have, like,
No,
Melady.
please.
She's not really that useful. Like, I could maybe do C tier, but...
Okay, I will admit, she is bench juice. Put her
100%
below
bench
Dorothy.
juice.
Put her below Dorothy. I like Dorothy.
Okay.
That's what I like to see.
I, of course,
Let's talk about-
Pegasus Triangle, but it's like, same could be said about Armor Knight Triangle, and you get that access
Yeah,
to
but
that
Armor Knight
way
Triangle is
early.
more useful because Armor Knight Triangle is more useful because you get it at chapter 8, and also Armor Knight's never hit anything, so being able to guarantee a hit is much more important than guaranteeing like 3 times free on Juno.
Yeah, Diane. I've never
Diane.
used Diane.
Diane's really good.
But I do
Diane's
think
excellent.
he's like way better than Juno.
So Diane is in a pretty cool position because he has great like weapon ranks. His bases aren't amazing, but they're actually pretty good. And I'm pretty sure he has enough speed to like double like chapter 21 wyverns, which is his main thing. And if you give him a really strong bow, he does great against them, which is the main thing I like of him. And he also does good against normal units anyway. Like, he's not one-rounding things, but no one who hasn't been extensively trained before that point is. So you can't really knock that off for him.
Yeah.
And chapter 21 wyverns, he just fucking mows them down. Like, especially if you give him like the Merglaze or some shit. Or whatever it's called. But yeah. Or he can use the Brave Bow against them. He's an excellent unit though. I think he's like... He's
Above Douglas?
extremely useful. I think he's like... Nah,
Above
because
Zeiss?
Douglas takes 0 damage in Sakai.
Okay, you're right.
Whereas like, I think he's like next to Chad.
Chad.
I was chatting him up like he was a big deal. But I like Geese.
Okay. Well, I've never used
Okay.
Diane, but I will say another thing about Juno and Diane. I think Diane's recruitment is a lot better because you don't have to use Zealot. You can use Shin and so either. I'm pretty sure. Whereas Juno, I don't know if you could do it with the Pegasus sisters. Actually, I don't know, but you need Zealot for the.
You need Zealot and Juno alive for it, I think.
Yeah,
That's the
you
requirement.
need Zealot and
I
Juno
don't think you
alive
need
for
to
the
in Shanna. Let's talk about an amazing unit, Nime.
Nime. So I don't think she can go Lilith tier.
I think she can definitely fit in A tier though. Her bases are excellent.
What, an A
and
tier?
She has amazing. Yeah, an A tier like next to Zealot.
Actually, Zealot. I think she's a little bit better than Zealot, just because like
Which comes with great staff rank.
yeah,
amazing
like just
staff
warp
rank.
utilities.
You can use
Like
Nosferatu, you can use like Luna if you want, you can use Flux. can also, but that's not why I care about her. She has like 20 something magic and warps and physics. She's an excellent unit.
Yeah, she comes like what,
Definitely.
level 18? What, 19?
He comes like level 15 promoted.
15. Yeah, so that's like literally like endgame unit, good replacement unit. I know she's not around for long, but none of these last
No, she's
characters.
not
Well,
replacement.
one of them is, but like I generally think Nime is like she's really good.
I mean, if
like
you got
she
Nime
might be
in-
the she might have
like
the
it.
highest like staff range, unless Lugh
Like
Lugh
at
pops off.
base,
Also, she is a dark magic unit user, which if you didn't train Raigh or Sophia, which you probably didn't.
he's nice, but I mean, I don't know. I don't really like dark magic that much in Feast.
Nosferatu, bro.
Yeah, but like the people who use it are so frail. I like Canas and FE7 using it. That's fun.
Okay, we're on our last three, the goats. So we got Yoder.
Yoder's
Yoder,
excellent.
like, here's the thing.
He's
It's
just
like I think Yoder
no
might be
staff.
top of B or bottom of A just because he's like if you have no staff bots, they can kind of just give you him, and he comes with like
He's
two
just
regalia,
amazing stuff.
one which you can
Gives you,
break,
two regalia.
like you're allowed to break.
Yeah, Saint Staff. Yep. Heals everyone on the map. I love Yoder. I think he's excellent. I think he's like, yeah. I think bottom of A is fine.
This does look pretty bad.
I like it.
No, but yeah, just a massive. Okay, Calf.
Calf is.
Her availability is the best in the game. You can recruit her multiple times.
You can recruit her multiple times. We saved her for the end because you can recruit her in chapter 22. However, we're gonna talk about her as if she's
That's actually
recruited
useful because that means you don't need to bring a
Yes,
thief for the
yes.
chests.
True, you can save her for that if you are not doing an Iron Man, because I don't recommend it otherwise.
Do it in Iron Man. If you have Astolfo and like Chad, I mean, let's be real. There's not much chapters you're gonna use them.
There's like 16. There's like.
Also, like, okay, at least save
Okay, and Ilya maps are what I use them on.
save her
because,
for after like, cause you can recruit her like plenty of times. So like, if Astolfo dies, you can recruit her. But like, if you still have Astolfo and like Chad alive by the desert, bro, just leave her, bro. I'm just telling you, bro. It might be hidden strat, bro. Hidden MVP, bro. Lelouch tier.
She's kind of crazy, dude. I
Nah.
think she's Blue's tier. But realistically,
She's probably the worst.
she's the last
Yeah.
joining thief. She's the worst at it, but she's probably still like the top of C tier because thieves are really good.
Yeah, that's what I think. She's just a thief where it's like, oh, I've lost my thieves, or maybe I need a thief for this chapter. Okay, let's try recruit her. And she can actually help you just as an enemy. Like, just the fact that she can open doors and stuff is very
Yeah.
useful.
Now,
Save
let's
you
talk
resources.
about the funniest unit in the game.
We got the best unit in the game.
The best unit in the game, if you play it backwards. Yeah, so Corel is... So the way he functions, like, in terms of how you're gonna use him in an Iron Man context, is just, since you're getting to true ending, you recruit him, give him Durandal if you need a Swordmaster to just one round some of the dragons. Otherwise, that's, like, basically the best thing he can do. He's still a Swordmaster, and he still has pretty good bases, but, like, not excellent. You can level him up, like, once, which is funny. That's kind of it. I mean, he has, like, technically 3 chapters, but it's more like 2, since you usually just one turn on the final map anyway. He's like a
True.
top of C tier unit because he's actually
Okay.
useful on most of the units in C tier.
Okay.
No, I'd say he's like Treck because Roy and Wolt are significantly more useful. Since they have more maps to be useful.
I think Dorothy's better than Corel. Come on. Give Dorothy some credit. If you train Dorothy, I think Dorothy will end up better than...
Alright, yeah, I agree actually. Put Corel above Juno, below Dorothy. Yes, put Dorothy in C, Corel in D. Yeah. No, I think Dorothy's a B tier, honestly.
No, we got too much people. Okay, you know, just to make this look nice, Yoder's going down.
Okay.
Alright, this looks... For awards, really the Wade, the worst unit in the game. Am I happy to say... you know what? You know.
Let's go. Nah, but Merlinus was a G in FE7.
Sure. What? He's got support with Marcus.
He's a port with Marcus.
Sophia... Nah, okay, let's just leave it like this. Okay, this is our tier list. We will come back to this.
I think it's excellent. Only revisions I'd do is like I'd put Dorothy into like Lelouch tier, and I'd put Gonzales into like S tier.
Actually,
Nah,
should
not
we
really.
should we put any more in S tier? Like, it's looking a little bit high and dry.
Yeah, we got the big 4 in S.
I think
we can
okay.
put-
I think Lugh
Alright, let's
might be
put-
because Lough's like personally my favorite mage,
I mean, Lugh is the best mage. He's not Shin.
but he's
you
not
can throw him in.
Shin though. But it's like
He's not Shin, but let's make it a bit bigger since it's a bit smaller.
yeah, Clarine's the best healer. No.
He is the best healer. We can throw her there too.
I-
Why not?
Tate's the best Pegasus now. And wait, and
Yeah.
Gonzales is the best.
He's the best berserker.
And wait, hold on, wait. And Zoro's the best.
He's the best mercenary.
And wait, hold on.
Nume's the best
Nume's the
druid.
best. And oh wait, Astolfo is the best thief.
The best thief.
And-
So
I mean,
and like
no, you can't make an argument.
yeah,
Okay, let's just move them back down.
I can agree with putting Tate in S though.
Well, like these three.
I think that's I actually like that because it makes the tier list look better.
Yeah, that's what I think. So, I will say there's a major distinction between Shin and Lugh, but I
Shin-
actually don't think it's that massive because I do think Lugh's great, but I do think Lugh you have to get a bit lucky, where Shin is just good at like.
No, I
round
kind of like Shin more than Lance and Alen personally, but it's not that big.
I
a
mean, if
deal.
you want to, I mean, I'm down to do that to be honest. Like,
because I don't know, I think if like Shin is like
Hard mode
Rutger, but
bonuses?
mad.
do you ever?
Yeah, I think of,
This
like-
looks actually a lot better because like I think Lugh can be compared to. Like,
Yeah,
I don't think he's
Lugh's
as
pretty
good as Lance and Alen, but
Yeah, but he's comparable.
people are gonna look at this tier list and gonna be like, oh my god, the glazing of Lugh of
Oh my god,
of bot
the reason
boars.
the board.
Right.
No, but you'll see.
Rutger,
most
Ness. Why is he not in the list?
well, we have the big four, I'm afraid.
Big four. Okay, then
look.
what about Elphin and?
Okay,
Lalum?
if we replaced, I mean, if we put Rutger in Lelouch's tier, they'll be like fighting for who's bleach out of like Percival and Rutger. 'Cause
Yeah,
Rutger's
and
definitely
Elphin,
very
to
good.
be honest, like Elphin's got
And
that kind
Elphin.
of.
Elphin does feel like a bleach character. You know,
My
maybe
God.
Lalum's like a One Piece character.
Yeah, true. You know. Yeah. No, you're right. You're cooking.
But yeah, that's the list. It's, I think it's peak. This has been going on for like an hour and a bit. Like and subscribe to Nefni Gyat. Leave a dislike on Yura.
Okay, hold on, no. Okay. So Nefni Gyat, aka Ethan, has been doing a Maniac Path of Radiance run. Support his channel to my 1 subscriber if you
Let's
exist
go.
by this point. But yeah, there will be a tier list after I finish the Iron Man if I beat it. And yeah, thank you for watching. I will catch you guys in the Iron Man or in other videos. But yeah,
Yeah.
I will catch you guys in a bit. I have no outro, so goodbye.